Hey everyone, I am back with another video. I just wanted to give you guys an update what's been going on with us. We have moved out of that horrendous apartment away from our stalker neighbors, thankfully, and those undercover cops. We have moved out to our old home, and I'm literally in my old bedroom when I was younger. It has been painted since then, so it's a little different, but yeah, it's crazy to be back. I'm outside city limits now in the country, hence the hat. And we are just so glad to be away from those crazy people. We've had some drama go on, of course. There couldn't be my life without any drama since our move. And I had mentioned in my last couple videos, that I had got the dog microchipped because I feared that these people were going to try to kidnap my dog and microchip him and claim ownership. And I feared they were going to just euthanize my dog because they couldn't keep the dog because it would be evidence. So I got the dog microchipped, and while I was in the vet's office that day, I was followed by someone in law enforcement. And the reason why I knew that is because when they called his name, his dog's name was Brooklyn, and I thought that was really strange because my neighbor, the crazy cat lady, Little Miss Cat Piss, her name is Brooklyn, and this guy had a big Doberman and was standing in a corner of the vet's office trying not to be like disguised while everyone else sits in the benches and waits. It was really weird that he was in the corner trying to be like discreet, I guess. But when they called his name and he mentioned the dog's name, I knew that it was someone affiliated with law enforcement. So when I was at the vet's office getting the dog microchipped, the receptionist was very dumb and repeated the address that I was going to have the dog's microchip information sent. And I purposely had sent it to my parents' address, not this address, but their other home address, just because I knew that the local cops were already tampering with my mail and intercepting it. So I didn't want them to get a hold of that information and try to claim ownership of the dog through the microchip company. Well, the lady obviously repeated the information, and that guy had heard because he was still in the office. And I never received the microchip information in the mail. I was smart enough to have put it in a different name and that I send it to a different address. And I was moving out. It was like the last 2 days of moving out. I had called the microchip company and the vet to confirm the details, and I had talked to the lady of the microchip company mentioning that my crazy cat neighbor Brooklyn was trying to take ownership of my dog, and that the mail piece never arrived and was probably compromised. So I had put like a note on my account through the microchip company that someone named Brooklyn is not allowed to take ownership of my dog, and I only put the people that, like me and my mother, that are allowed to have ownership of my dog, and that we will be contacted if anyone tries to claim ownership or anything like that. So I did everything I could to make sure that nobody can try to claim ownership of the dog unless they're on that account. And we found out that Brooklyn actually did have the paperwork to my dog's microchip and intercepted that. You might ask how. I don't know how. I don't know if she went to the post office and tried to grab it, or if she illegally grabbed it out of the mailbox of my parents' address. Either way, it was taken, and now she's claiming that it was accidentally delivered to her apartment, which can be the farthest thing from the truth because I didn't have that address listed on the microchip. they're dumb because they thought that I had it sent to that address, but I did not, and I didn't even have it sent to that name, so it couldn't have even been forwarded to that address. So that she got caught doing mail fraud and intercepting someone else's mail and trying to take personal documents of my dog that didn't belong to her, and that just proves that her intentions were she was going to try to kidnap the dog and take ownership, and I think euthanize the dog because she couldn't keep him. It's evidence. And so it proved that I was right all along, and these people, the local cops, have been harassing and stalking me, even now committing mail fraud and stealing my mail with my dog's microchip. That is so sad that I still never received it, but I had received paperwork in office, and I already confirmed everything with the microchip company, so there's nothing that can be done on their end if they tried to kidnap and change the information, thankfully. But I had noticed Brooklyn's apartment and the other undercover male that lived upstairs, the undercover cop, they never got their mail in the mailbox. There was little paper clips outside of our apartment doors, and they would always hang her mail there because wasn't registered through the mail, because she was a squatter. She doesn't even really live there. They were just hiding out there to surveillance me. And I had noticed a few days before that she had clipped up it looked like an envelope. I think she knew because she had heard that I was going to be calling the vet and the microchip to act like it got delivered there. But there is no way that microchip mail piece would have ever been delivered to that apartment, because it was never registered to that address. It was actually an address on the other side of town, and not even the name. My full name was on that. So there was no mix-up, and she got caught doing mail fraud and intercepting my mail. And even with the call that I had made to the microchip company, it proved that I already said someone named Brooklyn was trying to take ownership, so she was in possession of that mail piece. This is just some of the stuff that we are dealing with, multiple violations of our life, but we are glad that the doggy is safe. He's here laying down, and we are glad to be away from these really sick, evil people. We are still not 100% safe in this place because the cops have even duplicated the backdoor key to this place. They would come in here a lot. That's how they damaged the AC. We got all of that fixed, thankfully, but they still have the key to the back door, which we still need to get those locks changed. I feel like even if we do get the locks changed, they will try to find a way and get another key through a locksmith or something. But yeah, we're still not safe. I still have to shower with the dog in the bathroom, so he stays in the bathroom locked with me because I don't trust them. If anything were to happen with the dog, if he were to go missing or anything happened to me, I would take a look at who had access to me and my place and who had keys to both places. I do fear for our lives, but I am in a lot better space. I'm just trying to recharge here out in the country and just heal from all the stuff that they have done. I don't have to worry about any more poisonings, at least not as much. I was having to take my dog food out with me on my walks because they were tampering with that, trying to poison the dog, Little Miss Cat Piss. I call her that because she loves to play with cat piss and put it in my beauty products and bed and everything else. She walked around with a little water bottle filled with cat piss. That is so disturbing, so gross, so vile. Brooklyn, if you're watching, you didn't win and you're not gonna get ownership of my dog. And to the local police, if you are watching, everyone knows what you have done and the truth will prevail. It seems every time we make a video, they try to retaliate through trying to take my dog or hurt me or some sort of thing. But I've had enough, and I'm not gonna let them get away with their crimes against me and other civilians as well. I love you all. Thank you all for watching. We're so glad to be away from all of this, but it's still not over. We are still living through stalking and surveillance through this place. We are being surveillance through the thermostat and through the oven. I'm sure the cops have bugged the place. I don't know that for a fact, but I know that other agencies are watching us through the oven and the thermostat. So we still have no privacy here. We're still being watched, but at least we have some distance and we're not in the same vicinity as these evil, corrupt people. I love you all. Thank you all for watching. We love all your support, and stay tuned.